Hey, what's going on? Dave Dreas here of DaveDreas.com. We have another whiteboard chat coming your way. It's been a minute since I did one of these, so I wanted to fire this out here so you guys can get more fat loss information. So today we're going to talk a little bit about how to reduce your caloric intake on a daily basis. Obviously you have energy coming in and you have energy going out on a daily basis, so how can we reduce it so that we can start to eliminate body fat and we can start to eliminate really that visceral fat that's going to cause all a host of different issues and problems. So these are some simple tips that you can implement right today, right now, and they're not really too complicated. You might have heard some of them, or this might be some new information for you. So let's just dive right into it. So the first thing, the number one thing that I think a lot of people can do if you're just getting back into fitness or you've been in it for a while or you continue to do this bad habit is drinking soda. So a can of Coke I think has like 140 calories. So if you can just eliminate that, more times than not people have 2 or 3 in a day. So if you can eliminate that, you could possibly reduce anywhere from 300 to 500 calories in one day. So if you're really trying to lose body fat, that's a real simple way of doing it. Stick to green tea, stick to water, stick to coffee. If you're already doing that, keep it up. That is great. So you always want to be hydrated. I have a different video that talks about hydration. You want to be around 3/4 of your body weight in ounces. So make sure you're drinking plenty of water, especially if you are here in Phoenix, Arizona. Second thing, eat from a smaller plate. So a lot of times we get a big plate, we load it up with all types of food. Try to eliminate that. Cut that plate down in half if you can. Still load with as many vegetables as you can. I had no problem with having a carb source and then also with the protein source. So if you eat from a smaller plate, you're overall not going to take in as much food. So it's kind of like that psychological trick right there. But if you can do that, you're definitely going to reduce the amount of calories that you intake on a daily basis. The third thing I want you to do is intermittent fast. It's a simple way. A lot of people are anti-intermittent fasting. A lot of people like it. I can tell you if you only have 8 hours to eat food, you will eat less throughout the day than if you had a full 12, 16 hours to eat. There's a different blog that I can link up that talks about intermittent fasting, but definitely something that you can look into and possibly figure out if it's best for you. The fourth thing that you can do is eat at home. So a lot of times if you don't have control, so if you're traveling or if you're out going to restaurants or other places where you need to grab a quick meal or if it's happy hour, you don't really have full control of what's going on in the kitchen. So that means all the sauces, the butters, and all the little things that they mix in to make it taste good can really add calories, which is something you might not want. So when you eat at home, you have the ability to control that. I'll talk in a little bit about some ways that you can, but that just allows you to have a full understanding of everything that you're consuming on a daily basis, and it's probably going to be cheaper as well. Next up, use spices instead of sauces. So I make a really wicked dry rub for shrimp tacos, to be more specific. But those are things that you can do, whether it's with chicken, whether it's with beef, whether it's with shrimp or other types of seafood. Use dry rubs. You can get creative. Just Google a bunch of different dry rub recipes that will allow you to give you some seasoning and flavor on some of the foods that you eat, because it does get to be very boring if you're constantly eating just plain chicken or other types of proteins. So put some seasoning on it, give it better flavor, and you're really not going to break the bank when it comes to increasing your calories. And then last but not least, stop eating when you're 80% full. I think that that's extremely important because a lot of times, because we're in a Western culture in America, we want to eat more and more and you don't want to leave stuff on your plate simply because it's inappropriate. So if you do fill up your plate, hopefully it's a smaller plate, and you finish it, if you're 80% full, that's okay. You don't necessarily have to be stuffed every time you get done eating. You'll probably have more energy, you'll probably feel better, and then if you do have to eat a little bit later, you can have a snack, preferably protein and maybe some vegetables. But long story short, just stop eating prior to really stuffing yourself. So those are 6 simple ways or simple things that you can do really right now instantly to help when it comes to reducing your overall caloric intake. If you do have any questions or if you have some other tips that have helped you reduce your daily caloric intake, drop them below. Head over to my website, DaveDreas.com, and if there's anything that can help you with, just let me know. Hope you're having a great day and we'll chat soon. Later.